Good morning, horse racing enthusiasts. This is John. I wanted to start today's video off real quick. I got a couple things I want to say, but one very important thing, and that is, sitting here reflecting a little bit about September 11th. Today is Sunday, September 11th, and I just can't help but think back to those 21 years ago, and it's hard to believe. And the events, the attack that took place, and the murder of all of these people, it's really, it still hurts to this day. And I hope that the loved ones have that it is not such a difficult day today. Maybe they found some solace in life to move forward, and with a special purpose. And I've seen a number of them, and I just pray for them. It it's just a heartbreaking thing. But the one thing I would say coming out of it, and I wish that we could find a way to get to this place soon, is that. Those days shortly thereafter, the way that America came together, the way the world came together, is something that we really need. I'm not saying we need to go through the pain and the mass murder associated with the attack, but I'm saying we have it in ourselves to come closer together, and I think we need to do that. We need to be thinking about ways of how we come together rather than how we grow apart in society. So with that, I pray for those that were victimized and their families on September 11th. There's two other things I want to say. I want to also say my prayers and condolences regarding the death of Her Majesty the Queen of England. I think that her role in someone my age, she's always, like, I hear all the time in the telecast from Britain, that this is the only queen that we've ever known. Well, although she wasn't our sovereign, right? She was always visible to us as Americans, and we have a special place and a fondness in our hearts for her. We pray for her, her family, and for the king. God bless the king. And so with that, I wanted to just mention one thing. We're going to do a video. I have a little more research to do on this, but we're going to do a horse racing video regarding the queen, because not too many people know this, right? But she was a fascinating lover of thoroughbred horse racing, and she was a huge advocate, a huge sponsor, a breeder, an owner, and she rode horses. And I saw this clip recently, even just riding a horse in a parade, circa 1980, where a gunshot went off, and her horse got a little startled, and she controlled the horse. Very fascinating. Look for that. Look for that video. Maybe if we can find it, we'll put it in the underneath. But so with that, that's coming, right, the video. But I want to call your attention to the second race at Pimlico yesterday, real quick. Second race at Pimlico. It was 1 1/8 mile on the turf. Second race. It was for a purse of $35,000. The buyer speed figure was 75, and there was a horse in there. There was a horse in there called West Newton, a great British horse, indicated by the GB right next to the name. Kitten's Joy was the sire, right? So we love Kitten's Joy, particularly on the turf. I think that's an interesting combination, because we see Kitten's Joy pedigree all the time in the U.S., right? This was a gelding, 6-year-old gelding. So then we dug a little deeper, right? And I heard a little bit of whim of this on another. I think I saw a news report on YouTube. The owner, Upland Flats Racing. So that's actually the Queen's. That's the Queen's ownership stable, and the number 10 West Newton, Great Britain horse, won yesterday at Pimlico, the second race. So I don't know if it's divine inspiration, but if I had known, I definitely would have put money on it in advance, but I did not. But I'm going to keep a lookout for those ownership colors. So very interesting. Now, quickly transfer right over to what I had for the bet of the day yesterday, which was the 10th race at Gulfstream. I'm still kicking myself about this, because if you watched the video, I'm just going to the racing forum right now. If you watched our video yesterday, I went through what I thought were the likely winners of this race. And I think my very first words in the handicapping were, I think the two could potentially be the lone speed in the race and could potentially go gate to wire. But I said, no, I'm going to land on the 6, right? Because I like the trainer, I like the percentages, that kind of thing. And then the last minute, the 6 is odds. I said that's a win bet if it's, I think I said 4 to 1 morning line or higher, right? So 5 or 6%, 6 to 1. It actually dropped to 2 to 1, and it was a no bet for me on that win. And so what I did is truth be known, I went to that King Theo who'd beat several other horses in that race, and it didn't play out. You know what happened? The 2 went gate to wire, was the lone speed in the race, and we missed out on a 13 to 1 shot that went gate to wire. And I wouldn't say I'm heartbroken, but I kicked myself for a little bit about that. So anyhow, one to grow on, race fans. We're coming out with the Gulfstream card today for Sunday, September 11th. You'll see it shortly. But I wanted to give you those reflections, and God bless all those from September 11th, and may we never forget and always remember. Oh, one other thing, please like, subscribe. We want to grow this channel, and we really enjoy doing it. Thank you.